Will ticker Wolf squeeze all the way upwards of the $70 levels by the end of this week? Or is this a ticker which has ran its course and should be locking your profits and walking away from? What's up, trading friends? Today, let's see Wolf under 3 different lenses: the why, the what, the where, the why. I'm going to be doing a catalyst breakdown as to why this ticker is exploding right now and understand the longevity of this move. The what, we're going to be doing some stock analysis. The where, I'm going to tell you guys where to get in, where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button. We only have one goal, to be at 50,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I know it's an ambitious one, but I think we can do it, man. I think we can do it. Hit that freaking subscribe button. Let's get to work. So when it comes to the why, right? Why do we talk about the why first? Because we want to figure out whether or not the move that this ticker has gone on, right? Does this have any longevity? Can it hold on to these gains? Can it continue building on these gains? Or is this just a ticker which is here today, gone tomorrow? So in the case of Wolf, right, this is a ticker which is currently up. Honestly, it's really not up as much as people think, right? A lot of people think that it's up from like, $1 to $20. That's really not true, right? The company did end up actually having a 1-for-5 reverse split, something like a 1-for-5 reverse split. They did something like where they gave 20% equity at like 5 times the price or something like that, right? Which ended up being a 1-for-20 reverse split. However, it is still squeezing overnight, right? Overnight markets, it is sitting at approximately $30 per share. So this is a ticker which is going to have a lot of trading momentum heading into the upcoming days. And I think that at these levels, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it can squeeze all the way upwards of the $45 level, $50 test of $50 levels, right? All the way upwards of the test of the $70 levels. It wouldn't surprise me. Why? Because when we go over here, right, as always, we always talk about the why first, because in order to predict the future, you first need to understand the past. And in the case of Wolf, right, I mean, this is a ticker which has gone through it all, right? However, today, the company came out and exited bankruptcy. They pretty much said, hey, everyone, we survived bankruptcy. We're back. Guess what? We're back from the dead, right? So what does this do? Well, this absolutely flips everything, right? Everyone that was shorting and saying, oh, it's going to zero, it's a freaking, even myself. I mean, if you watched my previous videos, right, I was telling you guys that, hey, listen, there's a ticker which the moment it hits, the moment they come out with the news and they say, hey, everyone, we're delisting, it's not going to look good. It's over. It's over with. It's done, okay? However, what we're seeing over here, I mean, this is some inspirational stuff, guys. The companies came out and announced that they've gone ahead and they have lowered their total debt by 70%, and they've lowered their cash annual expenses by roughly 60%. And the company said it has sufficient liquidity to continue supplying customers with silicon carbide-based chips. This is massive, right? This is massive. So they can keep the operations running with no freaking pausing, while they've also managed to actually lower their debt. I mean, this is fantastic. Right now, let's go over here and let's take a look at the short interest of this ticker. Let's go over here and pull up Ortex real quick. What's going on here? Let's go over here, pull up Ortex. Let's pull up Wolf. Let's see what the shorts have been up to when it comes to this ticker. I mean, listen, man, if I was a short, I'll be running for my life. I would be covering it up and I'll be running. So in the past 7 days, it's actually up at 5%. Today it covered 3% of the people covered. It's sitting at 35% short interest. Now, this 35%, man, is probably closer to 100%, to be honest with you guys, because this 35% doesn't account for naked shorts, doesn't account for synthetic shares, doesn't account for dark pool volume. It doesn't account for majority of what short interest is really made up of, right? So when you see this 35%, take it with a grain of salt, okay? Truly take it with a grain of salt. And understand, hey, listen, this 30% is really lowballing the short interest when it comes to Wolf Speed, okay? Now, when it comes to Wolf Speed, guys, this is a ticker which does only have a free float of 25 million shares with a market cap of 500 million. So it's not the most volatile ticker out there, but it's still being sub $1 billion. It is extremely volatile. And remember, right now, it's really not that up that much. Like, so many people think, oh yeah, if you bought it at 1, it'll be at No. What you're seeing over here is a lot of this price volatility over here actually came from them having the reverse split, okay? And then from there, from the $20 levels, it ended up going up, 10% to 22, and then from 22, it ended up squeezing all the way upwards of now it's sitting at $29 per share. However, it does give us a lot of trading range and a trading opportunity. For me, the levels that I'll be a buyer for this ticker, honestly, I wouldn't hate buying it at approximately 25, the dip down to 25, because this is going to be one of those tickers which is going to have eyeballs on it for the rest of the week. And I think even from a swing trading perspective, there really is a lot of trading opportunity when it comes to this ticker. Now, what I would do is, the last thing I want to be doing is I don't want to be using a lot of size. I don't want to be using a lot of size on this company because they did just come out of bankruptcy, meaning that they are a little bit money hungry, okay? Now, when you get a company that's a little bit money hungry and they've just been in a sticky situation, what could potentially happen is dilution, right? So that's the last thing we want. As you know, dilution is a killer, guys. Dilution just comes in and it destroys everything that you guys have worked for, because the stock market is simple supply and demand, right? And no matter how much demand there is, if the company comes out with a mass amount of supply, everything's done. It's over with. It's cooked. Okay? You're not gonna hear about it no more, right? So, It's crazy. It's a crazy ticker right now. I think that there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of mayhem around this ticker. But I'm glad, man. I'm glad all the Wolf Speed people actually end up holding the shares. If you didn't end up holding your shares, I'm very happy for you. And potentially, honestly, guys, I could see it potentially going yet and testing the levels that I said, right? That 55 to $60 levels. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Listen, what I said about it having a reverse split and it being up because of the reverse split, okay? I could be wrong. Dude, I don't know what's happening here. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm like, like, I read one thing, it says they're having a reverse split. I read another thing, it says no, they're not having a reverse split. I look at the numbers on Moomoo, it looks like they're having it. It looks like it's been like reverse split adjusted now because it only says it's up 10% on the day instead of 10 million percent, which I was saying earlier. And we've had this situation before where things get really sticky, and I mean it's insanity. Okay, I mean, listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is completely nuts. It is completely, I don't know what to do with it. It's chaotic. I'm staying away, right? Anytime there's chaos, guys, and this is what you're gonna learn, right? After you've been trading long enough and you've actually become a consistently profitable trader, you're gonna want to ignore chaos. Okay, you're gonna want to avoid it. You don't want to give in to the hype, right? And if you're gonna give in with a little bit of money. Okay, like freaking less than 1% of your portfolio, just to see what happens, right? Does it go up? Does it go down? Does it go sideways? Does it go left? Does it go right? That's it. That's really what you want to be doing, right? You don't want to be going ahead and actually trying to trade this ticker because, dude, God knows where it's heading next. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Now, listen, if you guys do want to trade more stable tickers, right? Tickers that still yield results but are a little bit less unpredictable than Wolf, you guys are welcome to check out our Discord. Right now, our Discord is on a 50% sale for the next 10 members that join. The next 10 members that check out our Discord, they get access to it for a 50% discount. Now, here's the thing that makes our Discord so special, is that when we share with you guys when to get in and when to get out, we give you a ticker, we give it entry, we give it exit, but we also go ahead and give you the stop loss, and we also tell you the position sizing as well. We tell you guys how many shares to buy in your account. So we use a $10,000 account as a benchmark. Now, obviously, my portfolio is way bigger than $10,000, but we use a $10,000 account as a benchmark. So we say 25 shares in a 10K account. What does this mean? This means that if you have a 40K account, you go out and you buy 100 shares, right? You multiply by 4. We say seven shares in a 10K account. Let's say you have 30K. Let's say you have a 30K account. You go out and you buy 21 shares. We say 40 shares in a 10K account. What does this mean? This means that if you have a 5K account, you go out and you buy 20 shares, right? Very simple, very communicative from our end, right? This is why we have over 400 members coming back. Now, if you're still on the fence, that's good. But here's the thing. Previously, guys, we used to offer a 7-day free trial, right? This was previously. Wilson says, hi, Sam, thank you for our work in the community. My 7-day free trial is great. I thank you for the membership after this week. So 7K in 7 days is what he brought in. But guess what? Now we're doing a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Right now, the next 10 members that join, 50% discount. I mean, it can't get any better than this, right? Alerts on PLRZ. Shout out my man. He made a killing on PLRZ. Bang, right? $175 over here. This is literally all from today. We're in for this Discord. It's extra money I wouldn't have if it wasn't for this Discord. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bought 20K. Cumin 48 cents. Bang. Nice day. This is what I'm talking about, bro. We've been crushing it. We've been absolutely crushing it. So give it a shot, guys. See if you make money. If you make money, come back for more. If you don't make money, pack it up and leave. This is Friday. My man says, thank you, bro. Green week. Thank you, Sam Touch Academy, for another productive day. $215 on the day. Kevin Sen, my apologies, says, last year when I tried trading by myself, felt hopeless. But with your help and the team, I'm on my way. Amazing, man. Amazing. God bless. I'm so proud of what we built here, man. I am so proud of what we built here. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. I look forward to meeting you guys in the community. And again, give it a shot. What I would do, I'll tell you guys what I would do. I would join for the first 7 days or 10 days or whatever. See if I make money. If I made money, I'll come back for more. If I didn't make money, I'll pack my bags and I'll leave. And I'll never ever come back again. That's what I would do. Okay? Thank you for watching. Happy trading. Your boy Sam from Top Academy.